Hello, my name is Christie-Joy Hartman. I'm a professor in the School of Integrated Sciences, and I'm Executive Director of JMU's Institute for Stewardship of the Natural World. Today, two of my colleagues and I will briefly share with you highlights of recent efforts we hope that may be useful to you. For more than a decade, James Madison University's Science on a Sphere has been used by faculty members primarily for university courses in K-12 outreach. With no external visitors to SOS and many university students learning remotely between March and October 2020, JMU's SOS team focused on supporting content and visualization development and promoting distance learning for K-12 audiences. Now I'll turn the presentation over to my colleague Christy to talk about the first project, adapting the digital globe Earth system poster activities.
Hi, my name is Christy Bradburn, and I am the Student Program Coordinator for the Institute for Stewardship of the Natural World. I'm going to discuss how we adapted the Globe Digital Earth System poster activity to offer an opportunity for students to experience and interact with JMU's Science on a Sphere in a virtual format. The Globe Digital Earth System poster website, shown here, includes data sets for the years 2017 and 2018 for solar shortwave radiation, surface temperature, cloud fraction, total rainfall, aerosols, and vegetation. Selecting a play button on the digital poster initiates a YouTube video that shows changes over time during the selected year. For those who prefer to use the traditional poster cards rather than the digital option, archived posters are available at the same website. The MyNASA Data website offers educational materials to be used by teachers and students in conjunction with the posters. There are lesson ideas for specific grade levels, K-5, 6 through 8, and 9 through 12. Further, the Earth System Poster Activity Guide website offers a detailed activity guide for secondary level students that can be adjusted for other grade levels and instructional videos. Shown here is an excerpt from the guide. For those who want to explore further, students and teachers can access NASA's Earth System Data Explorer, shown here, to create their own plots, animations, and images. Users can select a dataset and adjust the plot options to suit their interest. Users can also link to Earth System Data Explorer tutorials from this website. Screenshots from the poster or Data Explorer can be sent to me for display on Science on a Sphere. I will take a photo of the image on SOS and send it to the teacher to share with the class.
Now Danuska will talk about our second project, developing detailed QGIS exercises for students and faculty using modified elements of NOAA's QGIS tutorial for SOS from 2014.
Hello, my name is Dhanushka Vijayasinghe and I am working as a visiting assistant professor at the Department of Geology and Environmental Sciences. I am going to discuss how we developed the QGIS tutorial. Faculty, staff, and students have increasingly expressed interest in creating their own datasets for SOS. In response to this interest, we developed a tutorial that uses an open-source geographic information systems software. The tutorial was written for faculty and students in any discipline who have no experience with GIS. The tutorial includes information on basic QGIS operations, handling of different file formats, including vector and raster data formats, data exportation, map accessories, and more. We originally had one long tutorial, but faculty expressed concerns that they did not have 2 days time to learn it all. So we have broken the tutorial into sections so that after completing the introduction to QGIS, one can go to a single section of interest. For example, if someone is interested in displaying NOAA earthquake data on SOS, they would go to that section and be able to produce a SOS compatible map in less than 2 hours. All the links required to download the datasets for the exercises used in this tutorial are provided with each example. For those who don't want to learn about acquiring and processing data, you can also access prepackaged datasets, including the data that were used for the examples, as well as some additional data that might be useful. Here is a map of earthquake intensity data from NOAA that was created using exercises from the tutorial. Tutorial users send their exported map files to the ISNW to load on SOS.
We hope you'll join us testing and finalizing these activities. Please contact us at the departmental email address shown. Thank you for your time.
Hello, my name is Daphne Cook, and I'm the MCC North Express Manager at Metropolitan Community College in Omaha, Nebraska. In October of 2019, Metropolitan Community College installed Science on a Sphere. It was with intent and purpose that we installed it at one of our campus centers, MCC North Express. Desiring to maximize usage of the sphere, we partnered with Howard Kennedy Elementary School and King Science Tech Magnate Middle School to integrate the sphere as a resource for the school district. Led by the STEM director, Melissa Zeisler, and an astronaut in training, Anthony Galdamez, we collaborated to pilot unique learning experiences for students with the intent to create a program that could be replicated and rolled out to other schools in the district, then to several nearby school districts. COVID-19 created an unprecedented education crisis, a crisis which forced K-12 education systems to transition to digital online learning. It became immediately clear, in order for MCC to navigate this new environment, we would have to forget everything we knew and find a completely new direction. Desiring to engage the public and provide an outlet to the community during lockdown, we began Science on a Sphere at Home Edition. Our first virtual program exceeded our expectations and came with a lot of community interaction. However, we knew we could do more. Our primary mission at Metropolitan Community College is affordable, accessible education. However, this new environment created a host of challenges for parents and students now attending school remotely. For some, the transition to distance education was ushered with minimal disruption. For students with internet access and living arrangements conducive to distance education, remote learning provided another perspective. But for students who did not have access to the internet, it created an even larger digital divide. Out of this need came the idea for Do School. Looking for more ways to support remote education, we turned to our partners at Howard Kennedy Elementary and King Science Middle School to address challenges of students living close to the educational facility. Both schools are identified as Title I schools where students face a host of issues that have been amplified by the pandemic. Based upon a pilot project we began at another MCC site, K-8 students from these schools attend Do School on the days they would otherwise participate remotely at home. At Do School, students participate in synchronous learning for the majority of their day. At the completion of the school day, the afternoon is filled with a variety of STEM activities that spark creativity and stimulate innovative thinking utilizing Science on a Sphere. In this new environment, the highest levels of COVID protocols were enacted to keep staff and students safe. Protocols included restricted access to the area, a requirement for masks for students and staff, physical distancing, one-way traffic, and more. Resources include access to connectivity, devices, a quiet learning environment, special learning experiences, and the only available access to Science on a Sphere. MCC partnered with TinkerWorks, a STEM organization focused on transforming learners into innovators by immersing students in project-based learning environments. Students at Do School are working on a STEM project called Planetary Pathways, where students create a rotating model of the sun, Earth, and Moon as they bring to life what they've learned about the planetary orbits. MCC is committed to further expansion of this model within the MCC organization, in addition to sharing processes and information to enable other institutions to provide these resources to the underserved in the areas of their community.
As Vice Provost for Life Sciences at VCU, I'm very proud to introduce you to the Science on a Sphere platform. Science on a Sphere was obtained through a collaboration with School of Education, NASA, and NOAA. Science on a Sphere provides exactly what we like to present to our students and to our researchers in terms of providing new opportunities to visualize natural phenomena in ways that you really can't imagine without this sphere. We're very proud to host it here in the atrium of the Trani Life Sciences building. Next time you're in Richmond, stop by and see us.
My name is Will Shuart, and I'm an assistant professor here at VCU in life sciences. And my background is landscape ecology using geospatial tools and remote sensing tools from drones to satellites to answer large-scale and small-scale questions. The Science on the Sphere allows me to visualize those in a much different way. Teaching cartography on a flat surface like a computer screen doesn't necessarily lend itself to understanding global phenomena, particularly ones that move and change like precipitation and weather. My students are completing a semester-long project of their choosing, and one of the output methods, along with a printed map and a web-based map, is a map for Science on the Sphere. This allows them to see their project come alive in a really cool and unique 3D medium.
My name is Alexis Ainge. I'm a senior here at VCU and my major is interdisciplinary studies with a focus in nonprofits and environmental studies. For this project, I plan to focus on the reefs, and I plan to focus on the Great Barrier Reef located in Australia. The Great Barrier Reef is one of the largest living organisms on the planet. I think it'd be very fascinating to map the depths and see how this organism has changed over the last 100 years.
Hi, my name is TJ Boyce. I am a senior and my major is urban and regional planning with 3 minors in homeland security, environmental science, and political science. My project title is Crime, Education, and Income. And what I would like to find out from my project is from those 3 statistics, how education influences income, but also how the lack of education brings on more crime. And we're going to find the correlation between all 3.
My name is Trinley Orndef. I'm a public relations major and an environmental studies minor. Using data from NASA and NOAA, I'm going to create a map on the projected sea level rise in Miami to emphasize how vulnerable and endangered coastal communities are to the effects of climate change.
Students are looking to make an impact from the local grassroots level to the global level. With Science on the Sphere, students are more prepared and equipped to participate in those discussions.
Hello, my friends. My name is Mohammad Aftab Hussain, and I am an educator in Sri Krishna Science Center, Patna, Bihar, in India. Before I start my presentation, I would like to congratulate all the team members of NOAA for completing 50 years of their service in the field of science, service, and stewardship. Now let's come to the presentation part, and we will discuss everything in a detailed way. Sri Krishna Science Center Patna is a unit of National Council of Science Museum. It has an annual public reach of 0.4 million visitors, out of which 0.25 million are students. National Council of Science Museums is the largest network of science centers, science museums in the world, and it works under the Ministry of Culture, Government of India. NCSM has an annual public reach of 14.4 million. As an organization, NCSM organizes various science outreach programs in the whole country, such as science seminars, science drama, workshops, teachers training programs, popular lectures, sky observation program, and many more activities throughout the year to popularize science and its application to each and every corner of the country. Super Cyclone Amphan was the first and the current topic that we covered in the month of May to show its real-time impact in the eastern India as well as in Bangladesh. The SOS slides that we have used in this program are mentioned here. Now I request all of you to focus on one major issue that we all are facing currently at a global level. It is ocean pollution. Keeping this in mind, we designed an SOS show on the occasion of World Ocean Day. Here we emphasizes on the role, importance, and impact of ocean bodies on human beings, its role as a major source of oxygen, etc. We have also mentioned the used SOS slides here. Just like ocean's role in our life is very crucial, in the same way, ocean currents are also a major driven factor that play an important role in controlling climate change and in maintaining sea life balances. The SOS slides that we have used in the program are mentioned here. On the occasion of World Population Day, we designed a show titled Population a Global Challenge. In this program, we discussed various things such as cause of distribution of human beings on Earth, cause of increased population in a particular country, etc. And the list of SOS slides are being mentioned here. We all know about the current situation of depletion of ozone layer in our atmosphere. Keeping this in mind, in this program, we discuss about the role of ultraviolet index, how the amount of ozone gas is decreasing in the atmosphere and its impact on us. And the list of the slides that are being used in this program are mentioned here. We know that food supply has become inadequate for more than half of the world population, and it is a major cause of malnourishment in many developing countries of the world. Keeping this in mind, we had explained the distribution of agricultural land and partial land and also the required climatic zones such as tropical, subtropical zone for major crop production, and the list of slides are mentioned here. While framing and designing these all programs during the pandemic, we came to explore the multiple dimensions of Science on a Sphere facility that had helped us to create a meaningful program for our audiences using our social media platforms such as Facebook and YouTube. Now the question arises, what can we do to engage more and more people by using Science on a Sphere facility in the post-COVID situation? So we are in a process of developing a new show for school groups, showing them the major components of physical geography, and we are also aiming to develop a show for college students and researchers with a view to show them the pattern of CO2 concentration and related climate change events since few decades. Now if we recap the whole thing once again, so far we have discussed programs related to weather changes such as Cyclone Amphan and major events such as ocean pollution and importance of ocean currents. Shows related to international events such as World Population Day, World Ocean Day, World Ozone Day and World Food Day were also being discussed. I hope I have explained each and every point in an easy and detailed way, and together we will make happy, healthy and prosperous future. With this, I will end up my presentation here. Thank you everyone for being with us. Thank you.